So if you don't know, this is the DC sign, DC flag emblem, with the 3 stars above the 2 lines, the Washington DC flag. So in this video, we're going to take a look at just a few federal buildings, since we are in the federal capital of the United States of America, Washington DC. This is Devon Chadwick. Again, that's Devon, starting with the D, Devon Chadwick White, Washington, D.C. You can check me out at dcw.com. That's my initials twice.com. But yeah, in this video, we're going to check out a few federal buildings. I apologize, we can't get all of them in this federal district. But I will show you a few for you guys who haven't been here, won't come anytime soon, or just want me to show them to you. But let's check out a few federal buildings in this area. Right now, we're at the NASA headquarters. In the prior video on this channel, the video ended with me mentioning an instance that happened this morning on the same block. Well, to end the story, sorry, my camera ended at the end of that clip. The Resolve worked. So Resolve will work to take stains out of your carpet, but I also believe they have a Resolve stain remover that'll get stains out of other fabrics as well. We're on between E and 3rd, and I was going to say G and 4th, which is where a resident. There's a NASA police right there. You see his badge says NASA police, but it's security uniform. So yeah, here is the national headquarters for NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Oh, okay, so at the end of the video also, I did step in to the building, talk to security, the 2 security officers, and there are more than in there. I saw some others as well, but talked to the 2 that were at the desk, and so there are a few exhibits. You can see one right there, and some other ones there as well. And one of the ones that I thought was really interesting is that there is a device on Mars right now that was launched in, I believe, August of last year. It'll be there for 680 something days, and so that means it's still there. It's collecting samples beneath the surface to bring to the surface, if I'm correct, to test not only the type of material, but also to test to see if there might have been life before on that planet, if the planet is suitable for life. So that's that exhibit. That's my favorite. That's in there in that lobby right now. Here at the headquarters for the NASA breaking news, and also live from the International Space Station. You can see the guys there, and it's the International Space Station. So that's cool. And there's a lobby. Oh, right there, this exhibit, that's another one they're testing to see currently whether they can do grow fruits and vegetables, I suppose, on spaceships while they're traveling in space. And so if you look in that exhibit, you'll see that they were able to do such. I think I saw carrots and like cabbage in there. Last but not least, here, I'm not going to go back in there right now because I'm going to show you some other federal buildings. Here is a space suit that I believe was used in the 69 or in an initial launch. That's really interesting. And then the other exhibit that I checked out Oh, there's that one right there. It has to do with some type of the motor function or the launch function on it. It's something with the C-84 or some type of device that's used to supposedly make that function a bit more feasible. And yeah, so I was wondering about that gardening thing. I was like, did I read that they were trying to see if they could actually grow fruits and vegetables on Mars or on the planet? They're also one of the exhibits talks about them trying to get to Pluto, which is the furthest planet away and the smallest, I believe. But yeah, so and then obviously they said it does say that they are testing this grow vegetables on the space ship for the trip for the astronauts to be able to eat there. So here we are at the NASA Federal Credit Union. That's NASA's bank, and here's NASA. Okay, before this camera ends, here's the NASA building. I was gonna say we're at GM4, but that's where down the street there's the residential neighborhood. I guess the closest one to the federal buildings here. Downtown of the National Mall and the Prettyman Courthouse and the archives and all of those federal buildings, as well as the ones where we're going to see the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Energy. We saw earlier videos. Right here is the Consolidated Forensic Laboratory, but this is the Department of the District of Columbia. And so this is a DC building, I think separately from the federal function. It has to do with for the forests here. We are right next door to Maryland, as you will see during the daytime in this area, at least. Pretty much all over DC, as many Maryland named plates as you'll see. DC name tags, as well as Virginia's tags as well. Oh, I was wrong. Here's an apartment building even closer, right here. Department of Labor. Here's the International Trade Commission right here. There's also a trade building right there at the archives, and the J. Edgar Hoover FBI building that I showed you yesterday. It's on the same channel. So there are several different offices with several different of these agencies of the federal government. This one building is one of the trade buildings, as you can see. The United States International Trade Commission. St. Dominic's Catholic Church, and one of my favorite buildings as far as shapes. And I was mentioning, the reason why I mentioned the Resolve thing. So here's the International Trade, one of the International Trade Commission's buildings. St. Dominic's Catholic Church, and I believe that's 395 right there, highway. And so this is ahead is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. I like the design of the building because it's like two arches that you can see from this angle, and I guess maybe three, because it's coming down the other street. You can see one as well. And then right here, this building houses several functions, one including the FA, the Federal Housing Finance Administration. I believe there's a international or trade function in here as well. Here again is St. Dominic's. Oh, but yeah, about the resolve thing. So I was looking at the Federal Labor Building, and I was thinking, oh, it's a nice design building. It's obviously older, but even with that, it's decent enough. Okay, there's the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Not only is there this curve on this side, there's one on that side as well. And on the back side, coming down D Street. We're on E Street now, but D as in David. Coming down D Street, there's a curve there as well. Again, this is the Department of Housing and Urban Development right there. So I think that's where you're heading, to the Washington Channel. There's Frontage Road, 395. It'll take you to Richmond, Virginia. Thing that I was trying to get into general contracting, this sign is very interesting to me. So, okay, so I don't even have to just walk around the corner because you can see the curve from this side. But this is the Robert C. Weaver Federal Building for the people of the United States of America. General Services Administration. The Trade Commission Group Incorporated is the general contractor on site now. You can see a worker up there. Cool. I saw him yesterday. So, yeah, that's that. See, there's Maryland tags, there's DC tags, there's Maryland tags. You'll see a mix like all throughout the city. Until it's like late night, and then you're just seeing DC tags on the streets for people that live here. But as far as like people that work here, shop here and stuff like that. So it's interesting. St. Dominic's. That's just a few federal buildings here in Washington, D.C. that I wanted to share with you. And last but not least, I handed this out to a few people recently, and I wanted to drop this in there with them. Okay, so I had made these rigged business cards. I wanted to bring some attention to the issue of homelessness and how it might be ended. I have some suggestions on that. So I have here. Oh, thanks. I had the particular entry there on the website. So yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so yeah, the National Endowment for the Arts is here. The Federal Trade Commission is here, as I said, as well as the Federal Housing Finance Agency is here at 400. Okay. Department of Housing and Urban Development. So we'll continue to walk, see how long the camera will hold us. We were on Constitution Avenue yesterday. Now we're at the Constitution Center. Again, this is the Federal Housing Finance Administration, the Trade Commission, And most importantly, since I swear I'm an artist, check me out. The National Endowment for the Arts. Yeah, I had rigged some. I had made like 10 or 12 of those. And so yeah, I handed out maybe 3. Put in one at a church to a guy, a caseworker at a church. I'm like, hey guy, if you can get this to a politician, a mayor or somebody of DC, or a senator or something, then that would office of the comptroller of the currency. Nice, I will walk you around the corner. We'll see if we can make it to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. There's a museum for that, as well as there's one that I won't visit while I'm here in DC, but I might as well say that I'm a walking museum of buildings. In my the presentations I present is like a movable museum of buildings. But there is a museum of buildings here in DC. It's on, I believe, at Judiciary Center, where the National Police Museum is, National Police Memorial or Museum. There's the General Services Administration, as well as the Judiciary Center. There's also a National Building Museum. So they're working on that end as well. Again, that is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Check me out at www.dcwdcw.com. Check me out. All right, so let's continue this journey. Got some construction going on over here. Now we're at D Street and 7th Street. Again, that's the Department of Housing and Urban Development. This is the Robert C. Weaver Federal Building, again, the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Okay, let's hurry up. Okay, this is the General Services Administration building here. Oh yeah, I told you there's another curve over here. So there's at least three curves at least on this. We're almost at L'Enfant Plaza. Okay. Fiber Optics, Division of National Technologies, splicing and testing fiber optic installation and emergency restoration. So here's the General Services Administration National Capital Region. General Services Administration building. At least one of them here. It's the guard booth. See plenty of those in DC. Here's L'Enfant Plaza. L'Enfant Plaza. And there's L'Enfant. That leads to the Spy Museum. Actually, not yet. Under the bridge, there's a staircase that'll lead you up to get to the Spy Museum, or the DOE building that I showed you the other day. that we stepped inside of. Excuse me. So you can check out NASA's website to see what they're currently doing. But I really think that's interesting about how they're trying to see if there was life that already lived there, and if life could live there. Oh, you can see the Smithsonian Castle from here. See? We talked about that building yesterday. Check out the videos from yesterday. Today is the 19th of November. I am surviving out here in the streets of Washington, D.C. just to experience D.C. And it's an exciting time for me because I am winning. I am making it. Actually, I had registered that in November the low was, 37, 34. But according to forecast tomorrow or later in the morning, it'll be 31. That's a 1 degree below freezing. So I think I'll make it through it with the right materials that you can find for people struggling like myself at discount agencies such as Goodwill, stuff like that. Okay, let's keep it moving. Maryland tags, Non-Font Plaza. DC tags, Maryland, Virginia, Non-Font Plaza, Maryland. Maryland, DC, Texas, Fish Market.